to toe. Hot topic dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view, so tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spittin' and sippin'. The Stezo Radio Show, 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 the Stezo Radio Show.
All right, y'all, welcome back to another edition of Stezo Radio. This is the end of the year show right here. End of the year show, end of the year show, end of the year show. We're finna get to these intros, and we're gonna talk about what we learned this year. Let's go. Don't fight to go first.
First lady of the podcast, Nola Fox.
It's your boy, Ricky Bobby.
It's your man's Ancient Kurt.
DN. All right, what can we say about 2017? Was it a good year for y'all? Did y'all learn a lot? Are you glad it's over?
I got a whole baby on.
You want to talk into the mic, sir?
In 2017,
You want to talk into the mic, sir?
I got a whole baby at home. Changed my whole life.
So you had a good 2017.
I actually had reflection. You know, you had a reflection and shit towards the end. I had a great fucking 2017.
Anybody have a fucked up 2017?
I don't even remember this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That was
remember the year?
up.
It was just July 2 days ago. A week ago it was April. I really don't.
I had a great one.
Who else had a great 2017?
It was okay. It was okay. It had just ups and downs, but that's life.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I can say it was progressive for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2016 was all fucked up. So compared to that shit, yeah, I came a long way.
2017 was funny to me this year. It was like so much shit going on that was just funny. You had the Trump fuck ups. You had the sexual harassment charges.
That shit.
We started with Bill Cosby.
Yeah, the Bill Cosby shit. It was just funny.
Shit.
The memes was. I think this was the best year for memes. I got to give a spectacular shout out to the memes this year. They really put some thought and effort into these memes this year. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a funny year.
Yeah.
Then you had a lot of stand up too. If you think about it, comedy specials.
Oh, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2018 was 2017. I'm going too fast.
You know, the one thing that settled in with me, like I've always thought about this shit and I always knew it to be true, but it settled in with me and I got comfortable with this shit, is this adult shit ain't going nowhere.
What you mean adult shit?
Adulting is not going anywhere. Like, there is no break from adulting. Even when you're on vacation, you still adulting. You understand? Like you was saying your year was fucked up last year, that's because you was an adult. You know what I'm saying?
True.
The weight of being an adult was what fucked your year.
No.
So then this year, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did a lot of shit this year on a spur. Like, I'm not really a sporadic person like that no more because I know it's in the past. That shit always fucked me up. And I did it this year. Nigga, I went to Vegas, goddamn it, Jay-Z concerts, Bulls games, you know what I'm saying? Parties on rooftops, goddamn it. I did a whole bunch of shit that I would not normally do in 2017. And right now, I'm sitting here shaking in my motherfucking boots because I ain't finna do none of that shit in 2018.
Adulting is fun. Being a responsible adult is bullshit.
That's what I'm, but that's,
Like
it ain't no sense in being an adult if you ain't being
I
responsible.
don't know, man. It's a lot of
You fucking around homeless, fucking around with not being responsible as an adult.
No, you could be irresponsible in a sense staying in your mama's basement.
You know some shit I seen that happen this year that I never thought I was gonna see? Stezo got a new car.
Damn, why you gotta say it like that? It's gonna
you
go
was-
happen
Because
eventually.
we started this shit years ago. This nigga, man, I got the vintage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that motherfucker ain't going nowhere. This
See,
nigga
now you
bought a
made
new
it.
car.
Now you made it a sad year for me. Because I missed that car. That car has some good heat.
I don't know. I gotta understand what you're saying.
Your new
nigga,
car ain't got
'cause
no good heat?
I
Hell
found
no.
myself telling motherfucker, like, my son going to school. I don't know what to do with myself no more. Like, I got all this free time on my hands. Like, what the fuck do I do?
You
with
can always read. Yeah.
We taking shots at the end of the year.
it? That's it.
But that's true though. You can start reading. I ain't gonna lie. That I like it. I never been a person that said don't read.
That's been going on for years, but I'm just saying, like,
And we not talking
I
about the
need
instructions
excitement
to the
in my
pot
life,
pies,
goddamn
nigga.
shit.
We not talking about the pizza puff package, motherfucker. We talking about a book.
I'll be honest. I ain't never been a reader.
For real, you never been a...
Man, hell.
Hey, hold on, man. What you?
I can tell.
So
Nah,
we
bro.
under attack today, huh? Okay.
That shit, I'll fall asleep on some shit like that.
That's why you gotta do the audio
That's
book.
why it's a book. You just close that motherfucker. Next time you get a chance, you open it the same place you
I
fell
ain't gonna
asleep.
get that. I ain't gonna get that chance.
If it puts you to sleep, you ain't fucking with her.
There's a
I got
reason
some
it put me
movies
to
like
sleep.
that. I got some movies like that too.
Anybody do anything else fun? Ancient went out of town, a lot of places. Anybody else?
A lot of places.
Anybody else do anything fun
That
that they
Jay-Z
can
concert
that they can
was
talk
shit,
about?
though.
I should say. Did anybody do anything fun?
They can talk about.
Right, that they can talk about. You know, what I'm saying? Any new tattoos? Does anybody feel old yet? This year made me feel old.
I've been
Nigga,
feeling
I've
old
been
since
feeling
like
that.
like 32. Shit.
I don't know. You know what it was? Honestly, it was shit I've seen people do that made me feel old. Because it was kind of like,
I did that dumb shit before.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
No,
damn.
I guess I feel a little younger because, like, say, I lost 50 pounds. I done got my credit together and worked on my money.
Is that why all your little brain functioning?
That's because I read.
No.
Yeah.
It's
This shit
been
made,
prosperous for me, so.
this shit made me feel old. This shit made me feel old.
I feel old because I work with a lot of young cats, and I be having to be the like center of positivity at work sometimes.
Really? That's tough. That's
Like I
fucking
got to
tough.
motivate motherfuckers to keep moving. It's hard because I be like agreeing with that. Like this is some bullshit. But guess what? We gotta keep moving. We got
And,
to
and
keep
then, you
going.
know, like doing this show and being in the group, it made me like, this is the first year I can honestly say I started like feeling sorry for women. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I
for
hope
real.
that happens to me
Wow.
next year
As
because
far
I
as
ain't never
what?
felt like that.
Because
Why would you feel sorry for
because
them?
you know, I crack jokes and you know, fuck with people. That's just me. But you know, I never realized like women got it hard as fuck. I mean,
Do it.
Oh,
No,
God.
they-
no, see, there y'all go. That's just how I feel.
Did you try their panties on too to see how comfortable they
Nah,
were?
they-
Exactly. So you don't know what they go through.
Women wear panties?
No, I'm just
Not
saying.
yours.
I seen.
Oh, okay.
I seen like verbal attacks on females, and I'm just sitting there like, damn, what she do? You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Like
like
tag
fuck us.
team attacks.
I feel like they do the
I'm
same
trying to
shit.
figure out where you coming from.
What I realize with this shit is they are no different than we are. They talk just as much shit about us as we do about them. They just ain't got a fucking podcast. That's it.
They got them.
Yeah,
You
and,
just don't listen to
Oh
them.
yeah, that mother. What's that?
and they
What's
don't
that
talk
cat
that.
talk shit? They be on our ass.
Nah, no, they don't. Not like we be on there.
Oh, you really done got soft.
They don't. How you? Dude, come on now. See, now y'all just lying. But I'm just saying seriously. Y'all didn't get that vibe where it was kind of like, damn, we are kind of rough on women.
Nah,
For real?
Not at all, brother. Sorry.
Missed that one.
And I'm saying that, and I got 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying? I never had that feeling with my girls next to me, but it was just like
So
this
that
year.
should make you reflect on the shit you've been through.
What you mean been through?
With
You
a
just-
woman.
You just scarred in life. That's all.
I ain't really been through nowhere like that hard with a woman to where I just hate them.
What? We don't hate them either. See, that's the misconception. Well, don't we get that bad rap?
Yeah.
But
Then
that's
we
how.
did-
But that's how I feel.
we
I know.
did
No,
get a-
I ain't talking about
It's not that
y'all.
we
I'm
fuck
Fuck
talking
your
about.
feelings.
I'm talking about shit I seen. I'm
It's
talking
not
about.
that we hate them. It's about what the fuck we've been through. With them.
Yeah, man. We picked the wrong ones. That's if anything, that's the problem.
Is that
But
really
y'all
your
telling
answer to
all
that?
of them the wrong one.
They
All the ones I picked.
Well, you trash, nigga. So
Hey, I'll take that.
What makes a woman exceptional?
Hefty,
to this-
hefty
to this-
cinch sack,
to this
nigga.
whole
Who
case?
who said that we was talking about an exceptional woman? I'm just talking
No,
about.
I'm just saying you thought we picked the wrong one.
I didn't
What
say you
makes
picked
her
the wrong one.
I said that.
He said
Period.
I
that.
said
Talk
that.
to your man.
I said I picked the wrong ones.
And that's all I kept getting the vibe of was just like again, like bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. That was the vibe. Like y'all didn't feel that vibe.
Nah, man.
No,
I
No.
ain't feel it.
Like
I did.
No,
I did.
I did.
I didn't either.
Like,
The,
that's how you feel,
the
though?
reason I don't
Why
feel
do
it,
you
the,
feel like
the
that?
reason we didn't feel it because we don't feel that
okay,
we hate
okay.
chicks.
Okay.
You
No,
know?
no,
Why
no.
do you feel like that?
Let me
though?
let me give some examples, some serious examples. Like the whole Hollywood rapey and them getting sexually assaulted and all that.
Okay.
Like guys was really like, but had she not did this, so if she really didn't want to do that, she wouldn't have been in that position. It was just like
It was always the woman's
why
fault
would you
Yeah.
feel-
for
right.
them being raped.
It
Not,
is.
not for,
For them
me. It
being
was.
raped?
They not being raped.
See what I'm saying? Like nobody think they were being raped.
I didn't feel like that.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I never felt like
So
that.
you gonna
never
sit and
felt like
tell
what,
me?
Angel?
I never even, when I spoke on that type of shit, I don't like bush jumpers. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a motherfucker who feel like they gotta force themselves on a woman. Whether it's by, you know what I'm saying, pop a pill in their drink or
Right.
even motherfuckers that pay them till they break. I don't agree with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not around here blaming the woman. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm not saying it's her fault she got raped. She was being a woman. Now, the
But
kind of woman...
I'm saying majority though. Majority of men look at it like it was their fault.
Niggas is always making excuses for each other. We do that shit on this show.
I did.
I mean, honestly.
Oh, I
let me
did.
ask y'all this
I
one
seen
question.
men doing that.
I ain't
If
never,
you
I ain't
feel
never
as
felt like
you feel
that.
as you've been raped, why not go to a police station as soon as the shit's over?
We not even finna.
But
There's
see,
a
but-
whole nother thing about that, and
but
we
that's
not
part of-
finna
It's
have
emotions
that.
and feelings
right.
that come
But
with
that's
that
part
shit
of my
that we ain't
point.
gonna never
It's always a
understand.
why.
Why? Right?
You know
Why
what I'm
you
saying?
feel as though
No,
that
I'm just saying, like, why I feel sorry for them if it goes, 40 years. Seriously? 40 years?
40
now
years
you want
what?
40.
because one person had the courage to say something, and then that may have sparked for someone else to have the courage to say
So
something.
now all of a sudden
behind
it's
that.
rape because somebody else said
No,
it's rape?
no one. All of them didn't say it was rape. They said that they was
Harassed.
and
Or assaulted,
or
groped,
assaulted, groped.
grabbed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't be thinking shit
I'm-
about grabbing
So,
the
no,
ass,
no,
but that
so,
shit
so
is
in
that's
40
foul.
years you didn't know no better? That
What-
it was.
what do you
But do you see
mean?
But do you see the blame?
Right.
you
You
pass
put them
blaming
in-
nobody.
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
you
what
are.
I'm saying. We
you are.
we
You
are
are.
blaming them by
Low-key, you
saying
are.
40
I'm not
years it
blaming
took you
her,
this
but-
long
Yeah,
to say
you
this.
are.
You
You're
trying to sit here and
blaming
say
her.
This man did some shit that was.
But the thing is, he did. But so the
So
thing
you
is,
know no
what
better
you're
for 40
doing,
years,
the
though?
thing you're doing right now is you're blaming women.
Hey, as soon as we get
I'm
rich,
asking a question.
all your people gonna come out the woodwork.
I hope it-
They gonna be like, Ricky Bobby grabbed my ass 40 years ago.
Hey, I claim my shit.
But it's kind of like, okay, we keep saying so they didn't know and they should have known, but we never say like, damn, these dudes need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't like bush jumpers, bro.
Yeah,
never
we,
been,
we,
never
we,
been
you,
one
you
of my.
do not hear
Right.
guys saying
No,
that.
you don't. You automatically hear women getting the blame. Well, she shouldn't have wore that. Well, she should have known. I've heard you motherfuckers down here say that. Well,
Yeah.
why did she go to his hotel room?
Damn, we
Or
brought
why was she
motherfuckers-
invited? I've
No,
heard
it's the
y'all
truth.
actually say that down here. Y'all put the blame on women for getting herself raped.
Like, we won't even admit that the music we listened to in our teenage high school years influenced us to be on some male chauvinist shit.
Yeah,
We just say like, oh, it was just music.
yeah. A lot of your idols and shit, your
I
football
wouldn't
player,
even say
basketball
that.
player,
I'm not gonna
motherfuckers.
look.
Them the motherfuckers you like, oh, nah, he ain't rape her. That was Wilt Chamberlain, goddammit. She was gonna get him some pussy. We done said type shit like that.
Yeah, why he got a rape, but he got so much
He
money.
got so much money, right? Why? That's some bullshit.
Because rape is not about money, right? It's about power.
Some bullshit.
So yeah, a
All
lot of
that shit out. Who the fuck said that?
Tell you what.
no, I'm saying majority of what I hear.
Man,
You
men
said
have
it
said
on
that type of shit
on the
before.
podcast. Who the fuck said that?
Said
what?
what?
That he had the dough. He could have. He didn't have to rape her.
Well, I remember when we did the one about Derrick Rose,
Mhm.
and it was like, man, all that money he got, he ain't raped that chick.
We was talking about how the guys came over
But
there.
it was
Yeah.
his
How the
guys,
fuck
though.
I remember that one, and I can't say I said this. How the fuck did she get back to her crib?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then all them niggas got to her house without her knowing that they was about to come over there and do something to her. Like, I did say that. Like,
But was it?
but I got a problem with
Wait,
white
what
girls
happened?
saying
But
that
was
black
it-
athletes then raped them. I got a
But
problem
was-
with that.
But wasn't the? It's not that anybody was saying. I vaguely remember it. Wasn't nobody saying that it's okay to rape. We just said we didn't.
No, we
think
never
she
said
did
that.
it.
No, we never said that.
I mean, think they did it.
Now, we had
It's
questions
one, I mean,
about...
you can say you don't
Yeah,
think
we didn't-
somebody did it. That don't mean you saying
yeah,
it's okay.
we
No,
to
no, no,
call
no,
it
no,
out.
no, no.
I mean-
I'm not trying to be judgmental. What I'm saying is, majority of our questions is not if he did it. It's what did she do to
To
put
get
herself
raped.
in that position.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's majority of our
I
questions.
But
see
I,
you.
as a
mean,
nigga,
I
have
didn't
been...
hear that.
I got that phone call to come to a hotel room with 3 fat bitches, and when I woke
Oh,
up
God.
out that motherfucker, my dick was sticky. I got raped, but hey, I like the shit. But I still put myself in that situation.
I'm
It was
just
my
saying,
fault.
like, back to the D Rose shit. So no, seriously. All of a sudden he get money and now he raped her
Oh God.
See what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden. Why it got to be all of a sudden?
because now he got money. Now I've been raped. This shit happened years ago.
So what
You
you're
see
saying
I'm
is
Like,
it wasn't a problem until they can get compensated.
exactly.
I mean, that's a
I
normal
mean,
thought.
I'm not saying I'm
That's
not.
a normal
I'm not,
thought for a
I'm not
man. That's how
blaming
we think.
nobody wholeheartedly. I'm just saying like it's stipulations
So,
to this
so
shit.
let me
Like,
ask you
I'm
this
not
question.
saying-
Let me ask you this. If we was just talking about Taraji, right? If Taraji, you just so happen to find yourself in a hotel room with Taraji 15, 20 years ago, right?
Right.
And now she on Empire, she getting all this money, but she took the dick from you, like took it, like doped you up, rolled your face, fucked your dick, and sent you packing.
Okay.
Just in that order. Now she rich. Would you have come out and said, "Look, man, Taraji raped me"?
So I'm be looking for her to get some of that bread.
See what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say she
But
raped
it's
me though.
easier for a woman. It
I'ma
is
call her
definitely
and be like,
easier. Now
"Shit,
we
what's
gotta
up?"
admit this. It's easier for a woman to cry the victim than it is a man in that
It
situation.
is because we give up when we get raped. It's taking one for the team.
Because there's some women that have abused that situation. Like they may not have been raped.
Yeah,
they
but
may have
it's
put
a
themselves.
very small percentage that abuse that. Let's be realistic here. It's a very small percentage that abuse that situation. Like 2 to 4% falsely accused. It's not a whole gang of because most women don't come out and say that they've been assaulted, and this is why because of the shit that you motherfuckers doing right here on this
But I mean,
podcast.
I hear what
I
you're
don't- I
saying,
won't
but
go that
why
low for
wait
numbers.
fucking
Well,
40
it
years
is.
to do this shit?
Well, it
I give you an
is.
example why I say I wouldn't go.
Statistically,
I'm going to
it
tell you
is.
why. I'm going to tell you why I wouldn't go that low of a number. Because if you use the Bill Cosby situation,
40 motherfuckers.
no, it's not even the amount of women. You had women who said he did this to me multiple times. He did it once. I didn't feel right, but I came back. That
He wasn't
I
even-
mean, I'm not knocking him raping them. I'm not knocking him at all. But
Right.
you came back and you was already skeptical
feeling some kind of
the
way,
first
right?
time.
Right.
But that goes overlooked that these women did that. And even one woman said he was still a mentor, so I introduced him to my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
So
falsely, so saying this, but this is the chick that said he raped. That's false. And he had multiple.
I said 2 to 4%.
Come on, it was more than that. I'm just pointing that one out. In his whole thing,
what's
it was
the
a shitload
What's
of
the
them.
percentage you think that women are
That's
lying?
the thing. That's the thing. It really can't be said because you can't really
Because-
prove if someone raped you or not. Like they saying, like when it comes to those celebrities, it really once a motherfucker say you raped them.
Okay,
It's
let
really
me ask you this, Nola.
You know, in that
hold on,
situation, though,
No,
like,
let me ask you this, Nola. How many celebrities' business not public?
It's
So
a lot
these
of 'em.
motherfuckers know that these guys are married already. So, and you still come to his fucking room after games, after shows or whatever, and you in his personal hotel room. What the fuck do you expect to happen?
Not you get raped.
Why is
Right.
it rape? Why are you here?
That's the
Why are
question.
you here?
That's the thing.
Oh, so you saying just because she
I haven't
came,
said anything yet.
No, I'm
I haven't
asking
said-
you a question.
I'm getting ready to tell you.
He said
I'm
that was
ready
the
to say
question, though.
something.
He didn't really say nothing yet.
I'm getting ready to tell you.
I'm trying to see where he's going, though.
I'm stating, no, you cannot sit up there and she go to the room. From that moment on, if she yell rape, whether he did it or not, is rape. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he did. But you can never tell. Once she says it's rape, it's out there. Like Russell Simmons will always be known as a rapist, even if it's false.
Because he was fucking with Kimura so
Because you
early?
really can't. No, I'm just saying, period, because
No, he got a case.
that's
against him
one
now.
thing that anybody would tell you.
got a
It's
case against
very
him?
hard to prove that somebody raped you, and it's very hard to prove that they're lying if you raped them.
All it takes for
So,
a woman,
at
from
that
a male
sense, I would say a
perspective,
50-50
all it
thing.
takes for a woman could be
No,
butt,
sir.
ass naked. I'm talking about naked as fuck, laying on the bed, and you breathe on her, and she say no, and you supposed to stop. I get it. I don't never want to be on the other end of that shit. But look how easy that is to say, I was raped.
True.
How many people in this Bill Cosby situation say, well, man, he was such a mentor and he was so powerful and he did so much for me. I just felt like I didn't want to upset him. I didn't want to make him mad.
She felt obligated.
She felt obligated. You know what I'm saying? And all he was
Do you
doing
know
was
how many-
throwing his power
and
around.
true. And do you know how many women we sometimes in situations feel obligated? Not. I'm not gonna use the word obligated, but
I don't know no other word, so that's
we,
why I
we
use
would
that. I'll be honest.
have sex with someone because in fear that it's going to happen anyway. That happens.
If that's for your life, I totally get it. If it's just to make it in society, I mean, make it higher in your
Profession.
profession as far as show
If
business.
it's for a lateral move,
No,
So
I
that
mean,
is-
I
is-
understand.
if you on the
I'm-
casting couch,
and you
yeah.
saying I just want to lead role in this.
Like, I can't understand how I can't. So, say, for instance, fucking Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? I know he ain't married to Jolena no more, whatever, but if a chick go to Brad Pitt's room knowing he got a wife, Like, there is no friendship there. There's no you hanging out and becoming cool with Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? You going there to get popped off. Like, you going there to come back with a story to say, man, I was in the room with Brad Pitt, or I sucked Brad Pitt's dick, or, you know what I'm saying, fuck Angelina Jolie, I'm better than her. Like, this is the thing that men see about women that women don't see about themselves. They are competitive as fuck when it comes to each other.
See, that's what I mean. That's how men think, and I never thought we thought. I didn't think we thought like that. But
we look at the different levels of. We look at. I'm just saying
think like that though.
I'm just saying, but you have to. It's everything that you perceive is from perception. Like, these are the things that we see, and sometimes we can't separate what we see from
even when
what
we
we're
don't
supposed
see it.
to
We just
morally.
read the story and say, "Oh, that bitch knew what she was getting ready to do."
That's what
I'm
literally
saying.
are.
I mean, but that's the same. That's the same thing as women watching that ID channel and shit. Yeah, she should have killed that nigga.
But hold
like,
up,
come on, it's the same thing.
You
Like,
read the story and you said Russell Simmons raped her. Same thing.
I look at Bill Cosby like, dude, a goofy. Hell yeah, he
I
took
did
the
say
pussy.
that.
Like,
The Russell Simmons
I
thing.
judge more Bill Cosby than I judge the women. Hell yeah, he a goofy. He took the pussy. He wasn't gonna get it no other way. That's how I think.
With the Russell thing, I said he was smart the way he got on top of it, but he put himself in the fucked up trick bag.
But I'm saying that he's viewed as a rapist. However you want to say he's viewed
True.
as a rapist. Did he do it? We don't know.
But he got that tag on him, though.
And here's the thing. The same way, as easy as I could sit up here and say he didn't do it, I could look on this side and say he did do it.
Well, let me say this, though. But
That's what I'm saying, because you can't prove that. It's hard to prove it, but when it comes out that somebody raped me, you always said this. When it comes to being a rape, you're guilty to prove it innocent. You're
really
not
not.
innocent.
But what we don't say, the way that we say you went to this hotel
Wait,
room.
you saying
hold
as a
on.
man, you not?
Hold on. We went to this hotel room. She should have known what she was doing. We never say, as a man, you got all this money. You should have known better than to have her in a room by yourself.
Yeah,
We never
Oh,
say
we say that.
No, you
No,
don't.
we say that a lot.
First and foremost,
We say that
you
a lot.
all
You shouldn't have been
blame
fucking
women.
with that hood rat.
No, first we
You
say
blame women.
the woman shouldn't have did ABC.
The woman shouldn't have came. The reason why we'll say immediately, the woman shouldn't have came to that room because
Right,
that man got that
but
money.
we never
Y'all
attack the
blame-
men for putting
No.
themselves in that
Because at the
position.
same time, a lot of these celebrities come to their rooms and they already in their rooms, so they don't have no control over that. But
Yeah, they do.
But we
No,
speaking
they
for
don't.
celebrities
They
like
don't.
Celebrities,
They
how
don't.
they ain't
Right.
how they ain't got
If
no
you
control
were-
over who come to their room?
Kobe, who said that? Snoop said it. Every time I come back from my concert, security don't let these women in my room.
leave the room.
Exactly.
Right, so that's your control right there. Somebody
Right.
in my room shouldn't be there. Get them out.
Exactly.
But they don't do that.
No, I'm just saying we.
No. You
But
said they have
we
no
don't say
control.
that.
You
It
said
happens. It
but
happens.
yeah, everything happens. What I'm saying is you can control that.
Yeah, you can.
If
So
if,
back-
if you win your room and start naked man, you ain't
Just
gonna
like she
chill.
control
Back
it.
to what I'm saying. So when you say, back to what Nola said, when you say that a man isn't guilty, men don't feel like that.
And
Clearly,
Society don't see it that way.
clearly, society puts this on us where as soon as, goddamn it, we can leave here in the same car together, me and you. All right.
let me say this before you finish. This whole thing, and it really chaps my hide with y'all, because this whole thing with y'all thinking that right now if a woman says a man rape her, it's automatically rape. No, this has just become something big because white Hollywood has said something. For the most part, for the majority of the time, when a woman says a man rape her, unless she has a rape kit, unless she's been to the hospital, that shit is more than likely, literally 8 times out of 10, thrown the fuck out.
After they come get me.
Yeah.
After they come get me.
After
I'm
I'm
guilty
scarred-
for proving
Excuse me,
innocent.
After I
Let me-
got
no.
that X on my back
No.
is when it's thrown out.
No, it's not. First of all, they're going to talk to you, and they're going to see and do a rape kit and do all of this. And all the men, because it's usually other policemen who talk to the man, say, well, what happened? And most of the time, dude says, well, we got a little rough. And if she has some slight vagina tearing and he said that it's got a little rough, that shit never fucking goes to court. It never goes anywhere.
But do I-
And that's
but-
the
but do they
majority
come
of
get
the
me?
time. They come.
Do they come get
They
me?
don't arrest you. They bring you down and they talk to you.
Hey, nigga.
Look it up.
That's arrested. If I got put in the back of a fucking squad car,
Look
I'm
it up.
arrested.
And
Because
you
you
don't
said
get charged.
because you said, okay, you had the I'm guilty to proving it. You're not
But
coming to get
There's
you not,
no guilty. You don't go to court.
So wait a minute,
You
time
don't
out.
do nothing.
So wait,
if
let me
you
ask you
come
this.
Yeah,
get
you ain't gotta
somebody-
prove your
if you-
innocence
No,
until
no,
they
no.
talk to you.
No, no.
Let me
no,
ask you
no.
this though.
Are
Wait,
they
my
are
question.
they putting me in the back of the seat of a car?
I'm going to jail.
Is this
Or they just coming
celebrity
to
or
sit
you
me
just
in my
saying-
house
No,
and
this
say,
just
what do you
regular
think
old
happened?
DN right here.
You talking about
It's kind of
regular
it's kind of
Shit, or
just
the
like
celebrity shit?
it's kind of like, you know.
But you going down to the station. Let's say, yeah, you're going down to the station. They go get your side. They go write a report, and they go let you go home. Guess what happens with me? Now I have to live with this psychologically for the rest of my life. Most times women have to work with their fucking rapists. They have to live in the same neighborhood as their rapists. And you go on about your fucking day. Because most times men do not get charged with rape. Look it the fuck up.
You
Now
you showed me.
now y'all just
Show
want
me.
to say
No,
this
I'm
because of
telling-
this Hollywood shit.
No, I ain't saying nothing to
Men
do with
don't
Hollywood.
get
I'm
most-
not.
no,
You
first
going
off,
Hollywood?
most
You brought
men
in white
do
Hollywood.
Let me
not
go. Let
You
me go
brought
back-
in white
charged
Hollywood.
with
I
rape.
was talking about the average
Let me
nigga.
go back to
I'm
my
talking
original
about the
statement.
average nigga.
Let me
You
go
the
back to
one
my
that
original
said
statement.
Hollywood made it white.
I
You brought that
don't
in.
like bush jumpers. But here's my scenario to back the end up a little bit. The first time, yeah, rape kit went down. Came. You know, they decided, okay, it wasn't rape. He was innocent. Cool. The word get out. Now you know, like, it was a party and motherfuckers came and got you. So it's a whole house full of motherfuckers when you got arrested or you was in a bar or whatever. Everybody know you got arrested for rape. So then a chick that you fuck with or knew, blah, 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 down the line 2 years later say, man, he raped me. Now you got 2 motherfuckers said you raped. Now the second time they looking at you like, this nigga might be a rapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that I'm talking about right there. Like, that's the tag that you got. Whether you went to jail or not is irrelevant. Morally, you fucked up. Just because she did not like the way that the sex went down and decided that she felt like you did something to her she didn't like. Like, man, look.
Okay, let me get another reason why I felt sad for women. I felt sad for women this year because I didn't realize how much flack they got for. And I'm from a single parent.
Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
didn't
mean,
realize how hard we are on single parent women.
The word is right now, if there was more men in the household, it wouldn't be as much crime and as many soft ass men out here.
Yeah,
You
like
blame women for that?
yeah,
Yes.
women
Because
get
they're
blamed for
taking
that.
Men
the
blame-
blunt of the responsibility. Like
Men
that
blame
is solely on
women.
them when
His
daddy
mama-
ain't in the house.
His mama raised him soft.
Right.
His mama did this.
Right,
Mama
if his
should have
mama,
been like
if
that.
his mama was a little tougher on him, or
Yeah,
if his daddy
like
was
women-
around, most
women-
of the time,
women
if
get
your
blamed.
daddy was around, that's what it be.
Yeah, but
if your
women
daddy
get
was around,
blamed.
you wouldn't be like that. But the women taking the blame.
So the woman get blamed for the father leaving?
Yeah.
For the father leaving, for
Yeah.
the kid being a sociopath, for
Yeah.
the kid being weak.
where's the
Yeah.
father
For
was
all
locked up?
these kids that's doing this shooting and these drive-bys, the mama's getting blamed.
The
for
mama's
that.
getting
I
blamed.
Yeah.
see it every day on my timeline.
Yeah.
My baby ain't haven't hurt nobody. But that little nigga was gangbanging. You should have been watching him a little closer. Where's his daddy at? Like, this
mean,
shit is definitely. Stezo got a point.
Statistics. Out of every 1,000 rapes, 994
You back on this?
perpetrators will walk free.
God damn.
900
Stand
who?
corrected.
994.
That's
Yeah.
that's 1,000.
You might as well say it's 1,000.
Fuck.
Without
The
going
vast
through,
majority of perpetrators will not go to jail or prison for rape.
without going to court or anything like that.
Yep.
Did that say that?
11 cases get referred to prosecutors out of 1,000.
So he got to go through
Uh,
a little
11.
shit. I'm asking, so he got to
11.
go through some.
11.
I'm asking, so he
11
got.
out of
11 out of
1,000.
Yeah,
1,000.
that
what
ain't
I'm asking.
shit. Yeah, that ain't shit.
That's
That's
what I'm
a
asking.
whole lot.
Do you
That's
believe everything you read on the internet, though?
Yeah, when sometimes
When it
When
benefits
it
you.
benefits you.
Right.
Oh, so
Not saying it's not true. Not saying it's not
y'all
true.
doing
Not
it.
saying
Did
it's
you
not
guys-
true.
Hey, no, I'm just fucking
So
with you,
now
man.
He really was.
No,
he really
I'm
was
just fucking
with
with you. I'm just fucking with
Yeah,
you.
calm down, though.
How
But-
the hell we start this off going young and Google it and not fuck with the internet? Like, come on, man.
But you
That's-
kind of see my point, though.
yeah.
Like,
I seen your point from the jump.
And I
we
never-
are hard on that shit.
I never noticed. I mean,
We
I'm
are
being honest.
hard.
I never noticed it.
Now, let me say this. Out of 1,000 rapes that happen, only 310 women actually report rape.
Yeah, some women see that shit as
So,
embarrassing, the scarring. They don't want the
So
repercussions
the
that come.
majority of women don't even report rape. And then out of those 310, only 11 get prosecuted. I wouldn't report that shit neither because I know that
and
nigga
here's
ain't
the
going to
thing.
jail.
And here's the thing. I'm gonna admit, point proven. I'm gonna accept responsibility for me being wrong.
And then it was the little things like my older cousin. He was like, motherfucker, you know you a misogynist. And I'm like, how? He was like, I done heard you many a times say shorty with the big ass. And I didn't think about that. Like, yeah, back in the day, I was a body part describing. You know what I'm saying? You know, Stacy who's big titty Stacy.
Yeah.
Like that's just a natural flow out of my mouth. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it's a natural thing for how men to
just how we
describe
talk,
women.
period.
Right. And if
So
you're
how
talking
do
to
women
another-
describe men?
we tell we have different things.
Like
'Cause
what?
We're more. We can't use y'all body parts.
Like ancient with the eyebrows.
Or we're ancient with that motherfucking thick ass beard.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's what
I
we
should be kind of
use.
sexual, and I was like,
Right,
damn.
because we can't
Unless
say.
they all fuck me and they be like ancient with the big dick.
Oh, that's so sad.
Hey.
Prove it.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying it's finna be 2018. Prove it right now, damn it.
Yeah, y'all go another room.
That's what I thought.
This show costs money.
But yeah, I mean, I know y'all think I'm bullshit, but I mean, I was serious. Like, damn, we
No,
are fucking rough on women.
That-
And the
that
thing is,
we-
I'm not
no.
trying to take up for you
I just
all
don't
right
think we
now.
hear what they say.
Y'all
That's it.
don't. But
I don't think we
because
hear what they say.
because it was a different time.
It really was. That's
was
what I
a
was trying to
diff-
explain to somebody.
You know
Like,
what I'm
Oh,
saying?
when you was younger and when you was talking about big titties and big ass?
No, it was
Yeah.
a different time where it was a little rape culture at jobs. It was.
it was. No, it
It was
was.
rape culture at jobs. It was, especially if you had a blue collar job or you worked at Ford or you worked at anywhere where it's man related. It was naked pictures everywhere,
so
and
I'm gonna
like,
tell
the
you a
police
story, like
department
you
and-
say that, and you just kind of reminded me of the story. I used to have this job where I worked in a shop, working on cars, and I used to be in that shop like all night long trying to catch up with the work for the next day. And it was a chick that was there that was new to the job. You know what I'm saying? She worked in a different department. One night she came back there. She had a few drinks. You know what I'm saying? She came and she chilled with me while I was working
On the job?
on the job. No, she had a few drinks after work and then came back to the job. You know what I'm saying? But she fell asleep in one of the cars I was working on. While I was working on, she's sitting in the passenger seat. I'm on the dashboard. So, like, I didn't really want to wake up. So, like, I've been a sucker my whole life as far as
You
when-
what?
when chicks-
You a pimp or either you a sucker?
no,
Which one you go for?
I'm gonna tell you I ain't a pimp no more because I'm a sucker.
I concur.
I've already came to that conclusion. I'm telling you that already. I couldn't do the shit. I was too soft for the shit. But
So
I've
you
done
always been a sucker then?
it. Always.
Okay.
Always been an R&B nigga. If that's what you would have categorized it as.
You a
Yeah,
contradict
but
nigga
I said,
right now, but keep going.
I done hard things before, and the shit made me feel bad. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But I sat in that car with her way past time I was supposed to just to make sure she was cool. But then the next day, you know what I'm saying? She told a bunch of motherfuckers like, man, we spent the night together, and the first thing they thought was we fucked.
Because
Yeah.
that's what men think.
That's just.
No, chicks too.
Why is it gotta be men all the time?
Chicks too.
Well, he said he worked with a bunch of men.
No, I
Clearly,
didn't.
he
No, I
said,
didn't.
say
What you- what
the
you-
I
woman
did
he
not say-
talking
I
about
said-
worked with him.
I said, yeah, exactly. I did
Oh,
not say
okay.
I work with a bunch of men, but the people that she told first was women, and the first thing that they said was, y'all fucked. And it was categorizing her, not me. You see what I'm saying?
But was it just a question?
No, it was a statement. Like they had just signed, sealed, delivered the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it took a minute for me to hear about it first off, because it was like the little snickering and shit in the background. And the whole time, I'm like, as a man, my first thing was, goddamn it, if I'm taking this kind of shit, I should have fucked. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't what I was on. Like I've never really been as much pussy as I had in my life. I've never really been one of them motherfuckers to just thinking, oh, she just want me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never felt like that.
You're not one of those ones that think everybody wants you?
Never.
Oh.
Not that. That's never been me. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to work for the pussy. To be honest with you, I
Okay,
like
well,
to.
with that being said, let me ask y'all one question.
Oh, God.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Get that shit out of here. Okay, with all these fucking rape cases, right?
Oh.
So when a motherfucker don't pursue shit, how many times has a motherfucker been called gay?
What? Who you
Because
talking
he
about?
ain't wanna-
The guy?
He ain't, right. He
But
ain't-
who's calling them gay
Who
though?
gives a fuck
The
about
woman.
that? Who cares about that?
The men's calling that dude gay.
Nah,
Majority of the time-
Nobody give a fuck about no
Majority
woman
of the
calling.
time-
want to fuck with me, he got to be
Ain't
gay.
no
or
man
some
out
shit.
here in the world giving a fuck about a woman calling him gay.
Exactly.
I'm
Men.
just saying.
Men care more
Men.
about another man calling him gay. You'll
Right,
fight
men.
over that shit.
Wait.
If you
Repeat
ain't
that.
masculine enough,
Wait,
you'll fight over that
repeat
shit.
So with the
Huh?
Repeat that.
You don't give a fuck. As you being that nigga right now, you wouldn't give a fuck about no chick calling you gay.
He
Because
said-
you didn't want the pussy.
He said you'd
Oh, you said
be
'cause you
mad
didn't
if a
have-
man to call you
You'll
gay
be more
before
mad if a
woman.
nigga calls you gay because you didn't want the pussy over a chick saying that shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying with the whole.
You'll fight a you'll
the
fight a man
whole
over that shit, but a bitch, you just
gossip
look at her
shit,
like.
you know what I'm saying?
Now
Like-
that's another thing I noticed that I don't do as much, and I just did it. I don't call women bitches as much because of Stezo. Stezo done made me realize that I bitch them to death. I call them bras and chicks. That's one of the things I've always did. But bitch, I kind of gotta keep that a little under my gun nowadays. After all these years of doing this.
Wait. What did you say? You was always been an R&B dude, and you was calling women bitches.
Hey man.
See, even the R&B motherfuckers was calling them bitches. That was our culture.
Rhythm and bitches.
But I'm just saying, I never realized our
saying.
culture was that fucking
yeah.
hard. I mean, I didn't.
Is it,
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask this. I'm playing devil's advocate here. Is it y'all culture was that hard,
We ain't
or is
playing.
this fucking culture just that fucking weak as fuck?
Ooh.
Is it they just that damn
I don't want to judge
soft?
them. I
Nah,
don't
I
wanna
think
judge
our
them.
culture is that hard.
I think we hard.
Yeah, I
we
think our
we
culture
come
is just
from
that
a
hard.
very tough ass culture because if you think about it, a lot of this generation situations is because they privileged. They got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
We didn't have shit.
So are they weak?
I think
But
so.
this
On the
generation-
struggle end of it, they I don't want to judge them, but I think as far as struggle, they have none.
Because you can't say anything to them.
How you gonna say you struggling and you spending $1,000 a week on drugs?
You know,
You ain't struggling, motherfucker.
you got to call them the right pronoun. You got to call them the right.
Him or her or she
Right,
or
or
it or
she
whatever.
or-
Well, look,
or
I'm gonna say it
Yeah,
again. If they
yeah.
are weak, it's because our generation made their ass weak. We made them pussies.
I think we set the bar kind of high.
No, we
It's
took,
hard for them to
we
achieve the
took
things
we took
that
so
we.
much shit away. We
Like what?
we let it be okay not to whip them no more. We let it be okay
Well.
for them not to go to gym.
We didn't let
Because
that.
yes,
We didn't want to go to
did.
jail.
Yes, we
came from
did.
that
We didn't want to
generation-
go to jail. Motherfuckers,
We
you
came
still
from the
beat your
generation
kids.
where
We could've
always
afforded
said,
that. Your
my
kids.
son or my daughter
You ain't
would
never
never have
beat
to
your
do-
shit. You
I
ain't
beat
never-
the fuck out my kids.
Exactly.
You know
So
what I'm
ain't
saying?
shit
My son ain't
changed.
like
But
that.
like you said, our generation let them put us in jail for doing it. We
No.
didn't fight the power.
No, our generation allowed these kids to know that shit wasn't right. That's what happened. As
What
soon as
wasn't
we
right?
told them,
What
damn,
wasn't right?
getting your ass whooped is illegal, they like, oh, you beat my ass, you treat me wrong.
We didn't let them know that shit.
Right.
The
We
po- no,
the media
TV.
did.
We let our
Right.
kids be raised by
And
TV.
they're in our generation.
Right.
The
We
lawmakers
let,
is
we
in our
let our
generation.
children be raised by television, and television is the ones that told them that getting your ass whooped is wrong.
I think a lot of it comes from, and I'm finna go way left,
Oh shit.
way left.
You gonna tell us you
okay.
going left?
I'm telling you, I'm
Oh,
going left.
shit.
I think a lot of it came from when we start having white teachers teach our children. And so when we sent our kids to school with a few
well-whooped
little
ass?
bruises, they start calling motherfucking CPS.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, it could have
Yeah,
been. It could have been.
DCFS.
But I don't know.
I mean, it played a part, but
I mean, it could have been. But I still say
all
we,
this shit add up.
I blame it on the after school specials.
I still say we got
Nah,
a little.
hell
part.
No motherfuckers wasn't watching
Yeah,
after school special.
right.
That was us.
Kick that ass outside. Go the fuck outside.
No, nigga. We had to come home and eat that goddamn tomato soup.
Ain't
So
Exactly.
you think
Yeah,
they
go
got too
outside.
much knowledge? This generation has
I think
too
they
much
was
knowledge.
empowered by
They
a
don't
lot
have
of the
no
police
knowledge.
shit.
That's the problem.
No, they do. That's the problem. I think this generation is too fucking smarter than some of their parents,
No, they don't.
and the kids know it.
they sucking
point
up the
blank
wrong
period.
Shit.
Don't none of us feel like fat meat greasy. So
Yeah, they feel like they smarter than they did some of their parents, because some of their parents ain't got it all.
Right, cause I said we got our ass
Hey,
fucked
it's
up. So
funny.
they like was like my son or my daughter.
I
to do
have
this
had-
Shit.
No, not,
And
not
this-
even that. They just still think they smarter than
in
us.
this Christmas break, I've had a conversation with a few different teenagers. You know what I'm saying? All the kids been out of school. I done crossed this path with a few teenagers, my daughters,
You was
they
giving
friends,
back?
whatever, blah blah. And a lot of them feel as though they're more mature than their parents.
Yeah, they do. And
They feel like they know responsibility a little bit
Sad
more
to
than
say,
us.
That's
they
the
are.
majority of them.
They
That's the
are, though.
majority of
What
them.
age?
They feel like their parents at,
think
teenage age,
teenage
16,
age.
'Cause
16,
at
16
I
to
thought I
18.
knew more than my family.
No, it ain't even that.
And I think that's every.
It's
every,
spoken
every-
proof though.
Yeah, like,
So
Like
you saying- so
they
you
can
saying
give
it's
you
true?
real examples. No, I'm
So
not
you
saying
saying
that
it's
in
true?
their mind they can give you real examples
Yeah,
of why
Well,
they're
in my
more.
mind, I was
Children.
probably giving you. I'm probably 16. I knew more than my father. I knew more than my mother at 17.
But
I knew what they did wrong.
But would you admit that you still knew you had to ask them for help?
At 16, no, I felt I ain't really need them for
See,
shit.
see, the thing is, these motherfuckers actually feel like, nah, you're holding me back.
I mean,
You know what
at
I'm saying?
16, I'm not saying I thought about that consistently, but I'm pretty sure I went through times.
That's what I
thinking
mean.
You know,
theirs
we
is,
come-
theirs
Especially
is a consistent.
It's-
We
I mean,
come
think
from
about
a
it. How many
generation
times-
of emancipation.
How many
though.
times? How many times did our parents or somebody say, you know, something? You could take that little job, that little check you got from your little job, and go see reality. If that's how, because we felt I don't need what you got. So I think that's just a teenage thing.
But what I'm saying is, our generation don't do that. We don't kick kids out.
Shit.
No,
What?
we don't kick kids out.
Yes, we do.
I don't
And
know,
still-
man.
and still
you
claim
be
the
surprised
income
what
tax-
these little
claim on
shorties
your
going
income
through,
tax.
Man.
Nah.
You'll be. All right.
I think
Yeah, if you.
some
I
of
don't
them
know.
are,
You'll be
but I
surprised.
do.
Yeah,
I
you'll
do
be
feel
surprised.
a lot of gay kids are being kicked
Exactly.
out, pushed
Look,
out.
I'm
more
not
than-
saying that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying
regular kids.
majority wise, because you still have the same setup. You have single mothers. They're not kicking their babies out.
This
But
is
look
why,
at this though. You know what? And,
Kicking them out the house?
and we
Yeah.
get this. Our generation is bad for stereotyping because, like, what she just said woke me up to some shit. A chick kicked her daughter out because she ain't had no male friends. The chick was under the assumption that her daughter was gay because all kids is gay these days.
That's
so
a
she
fear,
put her
yeah.
daughter out
That's a fear.
because she didn't want her daughter to embarrass her by being gay. You know what I'm saying? But at on the real time of things, the daughter wasn't gay. She just didn't fuck with niggas because she wasn't trying to get fucked on, and niggas was on some
But that's a
immature
fear,
shit.
though. That's that whole gay fear.
Yeah.
We, for whatever reason, we've allowed our kids to be peers. Like, we have fucking discussions with our kids. I've seen that so much this year,
Discussions
especially
like what?
online. Why can't I do it? Like, it's when did it become against the law to say because I said so?
It's
Right.
not against the law, but we wasn't treated like that. So our generation has this problem with treating our children.
Exactly.
We want our children to have the things that we didn't have, and
No.
we was bad for wanting to ask the question why.
Stop all the wanting it. I mean, wanting to give them good stuff is good, but the whole because I said so
No,
don't
I ain't
work no
saying
more.
giving them good stuff.
They-
I'm saying
they
treating
talk
them
back.
better.
They talk
listen,
back.
Listen what I'm saying. What I said was treating them better. I ain't say giving them shit.
By letting them talk back.
No,
that's
by
what I'm
asking
saying.
the question why. Like I've had my daughter ask me some shit and I say no, and days later she come back like that. Why you ain't let me do that? And I had to tell her like,
No, I'm
man,
talking
look.
about on the spot.
Oh no, that's different.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's
On the
different.
spot,
Don't
no,
question me right
why,
there.
and it's a back and forth.
I don't
Like-
see nothing wrong with that though.
See,
Back and forth.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong. With
We couldn't do that.
But look at what we're talking about. We're talking about a bunch of motherfuckers who couldn't do that now have this whole feeling that they were treated wrong. They were treated bad, and now we want to treat our
No,
kids
we felt
different.
like that then. Now,
No,
we
look,
don't
look,
feel
No,
like
you brought
now.
that shit.
Youngin
you brought
just
that
said
shit
it.
with you.
Youngin
We
just
don't-
said it. Youngin just said it online. These mothers and fathers today want to be friends with their kids. Point blank. Period.
'Cause
That's all it is. They
But
wanna
is
be
it?
friends.
Hey, but is it because they wasn't friends? You wasn't friends
Why
with your
does it
parents?
matter? Why they
it
be
is.
friends?
No, I'm just asking.
Why
It
do
is.
you want to
It
be
is.
friends with your kid? That's your child.
What does that mean, though?
Yes, Angel.
I'm
yes.
not supposed to be your
To answer
friend.
your question, yes, that's why.
What does that mean that you don't want to be a friend with your child?
You don't.
I can't
You're not
discipline
supposed to
and
be
raise
your
a friend.
That's why you got friends, motherfucker.
That's why your
Right.
mama said,
Them
I'm not
your
one of
friends.
your
I'm
little
not your
friends.
Right.
Exactly. I tell my son shit all the time. I'm not your friend. Don't talk to me like
Right,
that.
don't talk to
Right.
me like that.
Oh, see, I don't have a talk to me thing. Like they
But
don't
that's
get
what friends.
disrespectful.
That's what
talking.
kids as friends do, though.
They don't get
they treat
disrespectful.
you
They
as a
know when
peer.
to wait. You know what I'm saying? They got this time. My
That's
daughters
because you
particularly.
taught them that. You
My
see what I'm
no,
saying?
I didn't. I wasn't really.
So who the fuck taught them?
They-
It didn't happen in school.
What I did was I was not there for my daughters at an early age. You know what I'm saying? They was with their mamas. I was out here in the streets doing things.
But
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
showed us what I'm saying, so they know that my daddy is my daddy and not my daddy /friend /peer.
That's not a nigga I'm finna go to the party with or hang out and smoke
No.
and
Exactly.
drink with.
Nah, but it's some motherfuckers out here that
That's
smoke and
my
drink with their kids,
disciplinary
and I don't
right there.
understand that shit.
That's
It's
my
more from
disciplinary.
us.
And I've had this conversation with women before. Women say I'd rather my kids come smoke with me than be out here in the street smoking. And I look at them like
Right, that makes no sense to me.
that shit don't make no sense to
Right,
me.
that makes no
Like
sense. to
one
me.
day I do feel as though I'm gonna sit down with my kids and smoke a blunt or have a drink, but we gonna be grown as
older,
fuck.
they're older.
We gonna be 30s.
Right.
They gonna be
19.
they gonna
I'm
be
saying,
30s.
granted,
you know
I
what
had
I'm
an auntie like that. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. But she always taught us if you gonna do this shit,
Do that
'cause
shit in the
I
house.
know you're gonna do it.
Do that shit
Come
in the
here
house.
and do it so
Be
I know
safe.
what's doing right.
Right,
I don't
right,
want anybody
right.
lacing your blunts and nobody toxing your drinks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you gonna fuck around with a little girl, ain't nobody parents judging you. Come here and do it
See,
right.
I could never
But she always
bring
made sure
no
we had
pussy to the
understanding.
crib. But all that drinking
right
and
from
smoking
wrong,
shit, we can
though.
do that.
Okay, well, let me ask y'all since we've been talking. Do y'all kind of see why I say I feel a little sorry for women now?
Yeah,
I don't.
I get it.
Y'all still don't?
I get it. I
You-
question why you feel like that, but I get your perspective.
Like I just did.
I think we get it. I think we all get it bad.
Y'all think
Just
men
in a
get it
different-
worse than?
just-
than
just
I
in
didn't
a
say
different-
worse.
just in
I
a
didn't say
different-
worse. I
just in
think
a
we
different-
get it differently. I think it's a fair exchange on both ends.
I don't. I just don't.
Men
And
go
like I
through a
said,
lot
I
of
never
shit,
paid
though.
attention
Because you
it's
could
like,
look at that.
I'm
You
not
could
a
look at
woman.
that whole if your daddy was that thing and think that we're getting blamed for it too. You
Out
know
of
what I'm saying?
all
For
the
not being
perspectives
there.
you
It
just
depends on your side of it, your
Men
perspective
get
of the
yeah,
situation.
a lot of
because-
shit that we don't even do.
Because to be perfectly honest, I mean, a guy could say, like, I don't know, but how many times have you wanted to say something and you was like, you know, I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna be considered female bashing, so you don't say it. I don't think females really care if it's male, but they just say it because don't too many people say it's male bash.
Because all these females, because apparently
So, I
all
mean,
the
you
females
have-
feel the
I think
same way.
But I
But
think
it's
it's
still-
because
but it's still-
it's their turn. like they didn't get a chance to bash as good as we did or as much as we did.
What?
So we kind of feel guilty. Like
because you're
it's,
mostly-
it's your turn.
It's not public.
I think
Well,
it's because
but
you're
that
mostly
is-
in a male conversation. I don't
But
think
that's
you
still-
see you not the fly on the wall at the Stefani or what's her name? What would be
because they
the
don't do it
female
publicly
version of
yet.
Stezo?
Right, but that means they don't do it publicly. We
They-
do it publicly
they
and
do.
privately.
They write
do.
books and all
We
type
just-
of
I'm
shit.
not saying they don't, but I'm just okay. Again, like we always say, we know everybody does it, but to say the majority that do it are
No,
women,
I think
it's like really
no,
Bro, there's
misleading.
there's a common term.
large number that do it. It's just
It's
not
coming
being
now.
There's a
We've had a
common
large
term.
number
Yeah,
since
like-
forever.
There's a
it-
common
it's-
term just like motherfuckers say bitches ain't shit. These niggas ain't shit. It reigns supreme. Like that's the
I agree.
universal call for all these women. When they
I
go
agree.
to talk about independence and unity and shit, that's the first thing they say is niggas ain't shit.
mean,
That's
I
how they
agree.
band together. But we the ones that's going hard on them. I don't think so.
It's a fair.
But
I think it's a fair exchange.
But we draw a line with the ones who the independent crowd. We say, okay, y'all are such and such.
Who do you respect that's independent?
What
Wait,
what
I don't-
that
I
got to
didn't
do?
get
I
you.
Like
don't
I'm saying, but when I
I
say that,
I don't know. I
I don't
don't.
get you.
when I say that, that
I can't-
means
no. We know you can't bring independence to me because I don't think nobody who works for somebody else is independent.
I didn't get your
no, independent as a woman.
And I don't think she's independent.
I didn't
She-
get.
So there's a separate category that you put.
no,
No,
that's
he's talking.
that's my personal belief.
no.
You can
when
holler
just said-
independence. I know.
So, I'm
So if
talking
a woman
about
holler
those women.
independence to me, I just look at them like you don't know what that means.
Well, we on live right now. You did this.
Yeah, because
What
my
is this to you?
my belief in independence and yours is different. Is what I'm saying. So
that's why I'm
we're,
asking.
We're gonna
What
have
is
a
this to you?
we're gonna have a discussion that's not really talking about what we're talking about now.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You probably forgot, but what was the last statement you made? I didn't really.
You
get.
can't hear me.
Which
forgot
one?
it. I didn't
Oh.
really get.
Oh,
No, I was saying, like when a woman holler that independence talk.
Oh no, it wasn't about that.
Oh, because I was saying we
Something
just
else.
kind of
You
push
probably
those
forgot.
over to the side. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying on
it's-
average.
Now, because I would say, I on certain subjects, yes, females get, the hard end of it, and no pun, and the
47.
and the fellas that on some they get some shit that you
Uh-huh.
like. It is what it is. I always said that it's a double standard for females. It's a double standard for males. Now, what get pointed out is really just the female double standard, But yeah, female. I don't think females hold back when what they got to say about dudes.
No, I don't think.
But
they
yet,
do. I don't think they
a
do.
dude has to kind of watch what he says.
Yes, some of us, if we choose to.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
whole-
But most.
Because we
Most-
still talk shit.
But most
Come
men
on,
feel like all a
y'all.
woman got to do is lay on her back and she can have
Let
the
me
world.
ask you, how many
Like,
guys
we feel
out
like
here that deal with nothing ass baby mamas that got to deal with child support systems that take care of
That's our
they
fault.
fucking
Yeah,
kids?
that's
That's
the
our
man
fault. That's my fault.
Why?
That's my fault.
That
I
shit
fuck
be
with the
out of
wrong chick.
control.
like
No,
we
I
said
fuck
in the
with the wrong
group. You
chick.
should have chose better.
Yeah, I fuck with
That's
the wrong
cool.
chick.
Okay, that's the same with the date rape shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you
no.
should
But
have
Hell
chosen
no.
that.
but that's something you.
Hell no,
but that's
bro.
some- but-
No.
But to take,
No.
but to
No.
take from what you
You should
said.
have chose rape.
But that's the
better.
thing.
You should have chose who to get raped by better. How the fuck?
Yeah, no.
But
That's what you said.
It's not what I said.
but you were
What
here.
did you just say? You just said you should have chose better. So you should have chose rape better?
should
What
have
should
chose
you
better options. Why the fuck go to this room?
Wait, I'm not finna have this discussion.
Okay, then, so why you even bring it up?
You
then?
sound
Why you
real
even bring it up?
rapey because
But
you
you-
keep bringing it up.
I ain't never
Sounds
raped no
like
motherfucker in my
we
life.
had
Bush
this.
jumper. Don't do it.
All right, I'm gonna just shut the fuck up.
Thanks.
But I'm just saying, you will have. For the
You ain't
most
gotta
part-
shut the fuck up.
Lord.
Dude, 'cause she been at me all fucking
I
night
have
for
not
no
been at
reason.
you all night because you
I
can't
ain't
keep
shit.
up.
But you will say.
Okay,
you
go
will-
ahead,
you
then.
will-
Let's
you
try to
will
get this
have-
show over
You
with.
will have.
Be
Like,
fighting this motherfucker.
You will have. You can say a woman have the wrong. You can have her say she picked the wrong nigga. You can say she having the shit. A dude can't say, well, you fucking with the wrong nigga. For the most part, he's gonna get, oh no, don't put the blame on her or whatever. But if you switch it, the dude say, I picked it. It's not really he can't really get blamed. He can't basically sit up there and say, you just keep. He can't put it on the woman that she's the bad. How can I say this shit? I'm trying to.
When
I
she's
had it
taking the
going till
blunt
they
end
start
of the
arguing.
responsibility, you can't fault her.
And honestly, I think a lot of it kind of intertwines with. I really think I said it before. I don't think women can take accountability for certain shit that they do. They don't accept responsibility for they do on certain shit.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Like
just
what?
saying, cause you could say some shit that.
Okay, but let me.
oh, you mean like having a baby with a nigga? Be like, but I loved him. I thought I did everything I was supposed to do for him to be.
Let
with
me say
and-
this though. Let me say this. It's
We had a
one
baby and
line.
he left.
It's one line
in
that
a
somebody brought to
sense
my
like
to
that.
my attention. That
I
Jay Z
understand.
line where he say, "But you don't get a nigga back like that." Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just fucking them girls. I was gonna get right back. On the majority, men feel like, yeah, he telling the truth.
No, I feel it. I like Jay-Z. I think that shit was stupid.
You see what I'm saying? I've heard guys say like, man, that line spoke so much truth.
I think.
I mean,
in the group,
she ain't have to go
But
fuck
in the
that
same,
guy.
Hey, in
but
the
in
group-
the same sense, you gonna have women say what Derrick Jackson saying is speaking so much truth, but it's not. They just look. It's from your perspective.
everybody
If a
likes to
motherfucker on
hear
your
what
side,
they
if a
want to hear.
motherfucker on your
Yeah.
side,
You
you
gonna
agree
fight
with
for
him.
him, right? It's a lot of
You agree
motherfuckers,
with him.
black folks out here that ride with Trump, and
Yeah,
I
but
just
that's what I'm
think-
saying. Look at what side Jay-Z was on.
he was
No,
on his
I
side.
I get it. But
And
I'm
he
just
had
saying-
about 85% of the men saying yes.
I mean, because niggas think with their dicks.
That's all I keep
I
saying.
get that, but look, that
But we don't want to admit to being rapey.
at the same time,
No,
and that's what I was about to say. At the same time, some people's dicks take over way more than their brain, and that's when you end up a bush fucking jumper.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
cause you thinking of your dick is thinking, oh yeah, she want me. You know what I'm saying? No matter what she say, she want me. She came to this hotel room, she want me.
We've all seen females walk through the club and be like, yeah, she nice and saucy. Let me go holler now. And we've never told our guy, hey, man, don't do that because she drunk. If something go wrong,
What?
she may consider you blah, blah, blah.
I got some niggas right now. I look at them sideways. Why is you fucking with that drunk bitch?
But
That's
you don't
easy.
stop them.
I do.
Nah, we
You
don't
stop
stop
him now.
What you mean?
You probably didn't stop him in them good hot.
Yeah, we want to
Oh
stop
no,
them,
yeah,
yo.
no. When
That's
we
what I'm
was
saying.
when we was 20, 21, 22, hell no. Get as many of them drunk bitches in the car as you can.
See what I'm saying?
But
That's-
I wasn't game for raping bitches though. Like
But you was probably game for running the train on her passed out ass. It's the same thing.
not a passed out train.
A lot of niggas done ran the passed out train.
No, not a
Yeah.
passed out train.
She didn't have one too many. Hey, we got
Not a
us one.
passed out train.
Right.
But
and,
I do
and
got
she
a few
said,
stories.
yeah, the
though.
one. And then he like, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
And niggas go.
I just think it's.
Motherfucker say, when did you get up?
Nah, I just overall, I just think women have it rough. Yeah, especially when it comes to the whole sexual thing.
You know, I
they
think
they have it rough.
I think
get
they
that.
got it rough.
And
I
that's
get that,
why.
and there's nothing wrong, and I totally
and that's
get
why I
that.
feel sorry for him. Now I didn't know that they had it rough.
But say they have it rough on the sexual thing. Everything else, they get the benefit of the fucking doubt.
Man, all they gotta do is have
On,
a baby.
on the real.
All they
get
gotta
the
do is have
benefit
a
of the
baby.
doubt. I give
And
you the
they
whole
is-
sexual thing.
They gotta do a little work, but they riding for free.
They sleep with one too many dudes. They're considered. They labeled. You know, if they got too many kids, they're labeled. You know,
If they
not-
don't got
if they-
kids, they labeled.
But
If
not
they ain't married, they
Right,
labeled.
They
But
labeled.
here's my
They
thing,
you
though.
give me
Wait a minute,
something
time out.
else
Time
other
out.
than sex.
Against
They
his
give-
argument, against him and what he's saying right now, who the fuck is labeling them? It's other women.
I always
it's
said that.
other women. It's not us.
For the
No,
most
it's
part.
men, too.
No,
It's
it's
me
not.
too.
I'm
For
not.
the most
man,
part,
look,
it's women.
I'm
though.
not
For
looking
the
at
most
you.
part, it's women. Now, you
I'm
wanna
not
do
looking at
percentages?
you because you
For the
ain't got
most part,
kids
it's the
and you
women.
ain't married like you a prop. Something wrong with you. I'm not looking at you like
I've
that.
heard you niggas say this down here at this podcast.
Yes.
Not this nigga.
Say what?
That what's wrong with you?
My
you
question
ain't-
is,
you
I
ain't
get
married,
that.
ain't
And
got
the
no
thing
kids.
is, I'm in a whole
But do
fucking
you hear that more
relationship. But
from
my
men or
first
women?
My
Let's be
first thought,
honest.
you hear that shit from men? The whole something got to be wrong with a thing.
Yeah, I hear that from men.
You hear that more from men or women?
Men.
You hear that from men,
So you hear more men say something, why you not married,
Something wrong
opposed
with
to
you.
women saying
Yeah.
that.
especially on a date.
Remember, I got attacked for doing it. If you're 40 and all that, I got attacked saying,
No.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree with
something's,
that. I
you
do
know, you
agree
gonna have a
with that
hard
one.
time.
'Cause
Yeah.
See?
You're gonna have a hard time
Hold up,
finding
hold
somebody.
up, hold up.
So it's so from a perspective of
Oh,
women
because-
just can't
because
have
most
standards
women-
and
hold on,
want
hold
what
on,
she
hold
want
on.
and blah
Right,
blah.
right.
Go ahead,
All
go
these
ahead, everybody.
standards and shit. They ain't just said you got all these standards, but what the fuck you got to offer that you ain't got cuffed up
for
by
the
that?
most, I actually heard the exception of Nola. I've heard women. That's that whole married shit. Not saying dudes don't do it, but for the most part, there are women who look at them like, especially married women, especially women who are married, that look down on women who aren't married or who doesn't have kids or whatever.
Hey,
So
on the flip
I
side
think
of it.
I always said it,
but
and I
guys
said it,
are more
I think
critical about
women
that
are
shit 'cause
their
it's
No,
worst.
but
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think so, too.
why
to argue
why
to
I
argue
don't
the
even know
point
that.
to argue the point of it being fair.
Because
if I
it's
look
not
at you
fair.
and you got a good job, you ain't got
Because-
no kids, and you live by yourself, I'm like, why are you not getting more pussy?
Because
You know what I'm saying?
that's
So
what
we
I'm
all
saying.
judgmental in
Hey,
one form or
now,
fashion.
now, make this make sense.
Guys
So I'm not
don't
looking.
work
I'm not
on
looking
that
at. So you
I don't
mean
think
to
we
tell
look
me?
at guys like that.
Now,
Guys
hold
don't
on,
look
hold
at
on.
guys like that.
So I'm not looking at Ricky Bobby like, man, you single, you got a
Now-
good
now,
job,
hold
you
up.
live by
Hell
yourself.
nah.
Why
Now-
you not
now-
getting
now,
more
hold up.
pussy? I'm not looking at him like
You're
that.
not really
Help me
concerned your
with
man
this.
getting pussy.
Help me with this.
I mean, if I'm in a relationship
you
where I ain't
getting
getting no
pussy,
pussy,
it's
I
about-
am.
It's about you being in a relationship.
help me understand this.
Go ahead.
If majority of women and men say men have a big issue with getting married, no man wants to. For the most part, men don't want to get married.
Yeah, the consensus
But
is
however,
Right.
we look at a woman and say, "What's wrong with you?
Why you
haven't
ain't
been
married yet?"
How does that make sense?
that shit don't make
If
no
we
sense.
sit up here and we say,
Because y'all
We don't-
contradict yourselves. with
Yeah,
that
and
stuff.
we do say that. I know I said it. Hey man, don't
Think
don't
about
nobody
it.
want us. Something
so
wrong with
so
that.
all
So-
of us are contradicting ourselves.
So if we sit no, but
A
see,
lot
you
of
could
you
do
all
that. You
are.
could do that while you in your relationship.
and women
I
contradict
did it when I was
themselves.
single.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying you particularly, but I'm saying as a man, you can do it in a relationship while you're with your woman. You can say, "Well, damn, something got to be wrong with her because she ain't in a relationship." You know what I'm saying? But when you're on the other side of the table and y'all on a date, and y'all having that conversation where you asking her questions about herself, say, "Man, damn, you such a fucking unicorn. Why you ain't never been married?"
That's when you start critiquing.
That's when you start critiquing. It's got to be more to it. But we learn that from women. I'm just saying.
That's true. Honestly, I it's funny because you would hear that shit. I always thought that shit was just I ain't got nothing else to say, so I just want to spark up a new conversation. I really do because motherfuckers will ask you why you single.
Right.
I really never understood that question
Because the last bitch I
because
was with
we
cheated on
running
me.
out of shit to talk about right
My
now.
dick was
We're
boring.
just trying to keep it going. So I never really got that. But for the most, like I said, if men and women say we don't want to get married,
you don't have an
we don't
answer
want to
for
get
that?
married. No.
All right, well we got the online. We got
Oh, you ain't got no answer for why
we
you
got
single?
Keita saying
I
I
mean,
can
I
look
just
on
don't get it.
Facebook alone and have men talking about me because I'm single and lonely. They're jokes, but there's always truth in a joke. No woman has ever said it.
Has never.
No woman ever call her single and lonely?
Yeah.
That's because they sing along too.
You are proving my point. I'm telling you are proving my point.
God damn.
All right, we coming up on time, man. That was our mini recap of this year, and we out.
Stezo's thought of the day.
All right, there we go. The end of 2017, the start of 2018. I hope everybody out there is prosperous, healthy, and happy. Over here, Stezo Radio, we're going to try to do some new stuff next year. We're going to try to get more guests down here, more crazy topics, more real discussions like we do, and some celebrities. Not the big celebrities, the little $5, $10 ones, because that's what we can afford. But seriously, though, thank y'all for the support. 2017 really saw growth in this podcast. Right now, I'm going to leave you with a new featured artist on Stezo Radio. He goes by the name of Music Misfit. Check him out on YouTube. If you can't find him, check out our page, Stezo Radio page. This cut right here is called Run It Up. Let us know what you think. I like this joint. It's kind of banger.
An open tab for your boy. So I'm about to run it up. They open up the lane for me. Cause I'm the runner up. It's like a stain for your boy. I'm about to stick them up. You know you see these numbers growing. Cause I steady run them up. Run it up, run it up, run it up now. Run it up, steady run it up the tab now. Run it up, run it up, run it up now. Run it up, why? Cause I'm the runner up now. This flow so futuristic. You niggas watching Flintstones. I see you in the distance, wondering when you gonna catch on. I know you see persistence, no time for intermissions. Come from no pot to pissin', straight from that water. So you know what I done. Yeah, the jungle's where I'm from, but in the woods I pitched my tent. So you know I left my scent. Yeah, well I know you smell that stench of that coke I used to pitch. Yeah, it's all in my pitch. I just used the perfect mix, like Calypso perfect twist. All this game I done grip, on this game I done flip. Like the coin, take your pick. You get sane or get sick. You can walk away, you'll get stick. Like a tech, I got a vent. Constant spit, landing hit. An open tab for your boy. So I'm about to run it up. They open up the lane for me. Cause I'm the runner up. It's like a stain for your boy. I'm about to stick them up. You know you see these numbers growing. Cause I steady run cashing in on your heels, about to take off. You best gon' dig 'em in. Status quo.